What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing mock draft 3.0. Another week, another mock draft. Gonna try to shake things up a little bit. Don't want it to be the same thing every time, obviously. This will be a one-round mock draft, and I do want to remind you guys that for every 100 likes on all my mock draft videos combined, that will equal an extra round in my final mock draft. So go ahead and press that like button and press subscribe, and let's get right into it, starting with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who obviously will pick probably, I should probably say, but the clear number one player in the draft, Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. A lot of people like to call him a near perfect prospect. I'm not there at a near perfect prospect, but yes, I do agree that he is the best quarterback and probably best player in the draft. Number two, the New York Jets. Also, this is kind of a lock to be a quarterback more than likely. Either Fields or Zach Wilson. A lot of places have pushed Zach Wilson above Justin Fields, and I was not on the Justin Fields train, but I did think he was, just because of the level of competition, I did think he was better than Justin Fields. But looking into it a little more, I am going to go with Zach Wilson at number 2, second best quarterback in the draft. Number 3, the Miami Dolphins. This could be multiple things. This could be a trade down. This could be O-line. This could be wide receiver. But more than likely, a trade down would make sense. But this is going to be a no-trade mock draft. So I'm not going to go with quarterback because you can't give up on Tua that quickly, I don't think. Although Justin Fields is available. So I'm going to go with Penei Sewell, tackle out of Oregon. Probably move Austin Jackson to guard. You could move Penei Sewell to guard if you wanted to. But right now, I'm going to go with that decision at number 3 overall. Number 4 overall, I think this is a very clear pick for the Falcons. You need a quarterback of the future. Matt Ryan is aging. Probably will be your quarterback next year, but let a guy like Justin Fields come in and sit behind him for one season and then take over the starting role. Justin Fields I had going 4th to the Atlanta Falcons. Excuse me, number 5. Number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals. This is definitely going to be a wide receiver in my opinion, since Penei Sewell is off the board. So I'm going to go with, I do think Devontae Smith is the best wide receiver in the draft class, but I'm going to go with Jamar Chase out of LSU because of that LSU connection between him and quarterback Joe Burrow. For whatever reason, I wasn't thinking of that last time. Should have thought of that. But anyways, on to number 6, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this is also another wide receiver for him. Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle. I'm going to go with Devontae Smith. In my opinion, the best wide receiver in the draft. Number 7, the Detroit Lions. Obviously, this could be a quarterback spot as well with Trey Lance, or it could be wide receiver. Since it's official that Matthew Stafford will not be the quarterback of the Detroit Lions next year, I could see them taking Trey Lance, although I don't think he's worthy of being the number 7 overall pick. If he doesn't go here, Panthers are more than likely to take him. So yeah, I'm gonna bet on the fact that they either trade for a quarterback or trade down to see if they can get Trey Lance possibly. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jalen Waddle. 3 straight wide receivers in the draft. Carolina Panthers. Obviously, I've been going with Micah Parsons quite a bit lately, as a linebacker is a position of need. I'm really hoping that the Panthers will trade for a quarterback instead of staying at 8. Or I'd be even better if we traded up for a quarterback like Zach Wilson instead of waiting and reaching on a guy like Trey Lance. So I think the best move for the Panthers is either trade up for a better quarterback or trade for a guy like Deshaun Watson if possible, or a Matthew Stafford, or sign a Dak Prescott or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to bet on that happens. So I'm going to go yet again Micah Parsons. But this is a no-trade draft, so just keep that in mind, that my Micah Parsons decision here is weighing on the fact that I think that Panthers will do something else at the QB spot. Number 9, the Denver Broncos. A lot of things I could go with here. Could go corner, could go edge. Very long shot at a quarterback. They're not going to give up on Drew Lock that easy, I don't think. So definitely not going to be a tight end. I'm going to go with Patrick Surtain out of Alabama, the cornerback. Number 10, the Dallas Cowboys. I think it's definitely going to be O-line. They have Samuel Cosmi above Rashawn Slater and Christian Darrisaw, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think Rashawn Slater is the second best O-line prospect in this draft, so I'm going to go with him here. Rashawn Slater to the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be a big pickup for them. New York Giants. I think this is definitely going to be a defensive position right here that they go with. Could see Caleb Farley going or Kwity Paye. If Micah Parsons wasn't off the board, I could go there. But with him being off the board, I think they go Kwity Paye, edge rusher out of Michigan with the 11th overall pick. 12th overall pick, the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, a big position of need for them is corner, but I think quarterback is a bigger need. Without a quarterback, you don't have that much. And I think that Jimmy Garoppolo isn't going to be able to... Well, he did take him to a Super Bowl technically, but that's not the reason they were there. I think they do need a quarterback of the future over Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'm going to go with that person being Trey Lance out of North Dakota State. Number 13 overall, no doubt this has to be a O-lineman. If San Diego doesn't go O-lineman here, they're making a huge mistake with guys like Samuel Cosmi and Christian Darrisaw both on the board. With that said, I do, in my opinion, I like Darrisaw more. Just because the fact that Big 12 defenses are the ones, trying to rush the passer, I'm going to go Christian Darrisaw. I like him more as a prospect. Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech for me. Number 14 overall, also probably an O-lineman in my opinion. Could be a D tackle, but I don't think there's any D tackles in this draft that are worth taking at this spot. So I think they're going to go with the last... I guess you could say the last of the top tier O-lineman in this draft, in Samuel Cosmi out of Texas. 15, I've seen a lot of mock drafts saying that this could be Mac Jones. I don't buy that whatsoever at this point. It really depends on whether or not Belichick likes him or not, or whoever they like. I could see them trading down if Kyle Pitts is not on the board, but I definitely could see him being on the board, and that's what I'm going to go with here. Kyle Pitts out of Florida. Patriots love to utilize a tight end position. That'd be a great pickup for them. At number 16, the Arizona Cardinals. There's no doubt about this pick. Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech. If the Cardinals would have messed that up, it would be pretty bad. If Caleb Farley is available at 16, possibly being the best corner prospect in the draft, you have to take him there at 16, like I expect Arizona to do. Number 17, the Las Vegas Raiders. Almost said Oakland. Didn't say it though. The Las Vegas Raiders could be an edge guy, could be a linebacker. I think I'm gonna switch it up this time and go with linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah out of Notre Dame. Number 18 is gonna be the Miami Dolphins, who took Penei Sewell with the 3rd overall pick earlier in the draft. Here, definitely could see a running back go off the board. Also could be wide receiver, but although most of the top ones are off the board, I could see Rashad Bateman going here. If one of those Alabama quarterbacks are off on the board, I should say, I think they go with one of them. But in my draft so far, I don't think that will be the case. I think they're going to go running back here. I think they're going to go Najee Harris, in my opinion, who is the best running back in the draft. Number 19, the Washington football team also could use a quarterback. But I don't think at the 19th spot they're going to get the quarterback of the future. So I think they could wait maybe and give a guy in the 2nd or 3rd round a chance. But I think there's no quarterback worth taking in the 1st round here. Maybe wait till next draft or sign a quarterback for Washington. So with that said, since I'm not going to go quarterback here in my opinion, I think that they could go either O-line or wide receiver. And with that said, I'm going to go with another weapon in that Washington offense. Since the defense has been pretty good, I'm going to go with a wide receiver weapon, and that's going to be Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota. Another team with a good defense, not so much offense. Could use a quarterback, but like I still have faith in Trubisky. I think Trubisky needs a new setting to be out of Chicago, so possibly trading him for a quarterback. But Chicago Bears could go multiple places. I think it's definitely offense. Could be offensive line, and that's what I'm going to go with here. I'm going to go with Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC. Indianapolis Colts. Also another team who could use a quarterback, but again, I haven't been convinced yet that Mac Jones is worth going in the first round. I know he said there's been things said that he's done great things at the Senior Bowl. He could definitely go right here to Indianapolis, but I think there are other needs that Indianapolis needs to address. One of those being cornerback. That's why I'm going to go with J.C. Horn out of South Carolina with this pick. Tennessee Titans, another team with a playoff spot this year, but there are some glaring needs in some multiple places. I'm probably going to go defense here. Either could go D tackle, but again, D tackle not one of the stronger D tackle classes that we've seen. Christian Barmore, Davion Nix. Not going to go with either of those guys. Though. I'm going to go with Joseph Osai out of Texas. New York Jets. Second overall pick, they took Zach Wilson out of BYU. So right here, they could go to give him a weapon. They could go. They need a lot on defense. They need a lot everywhere. But if J.C. Horn's off the board, that would be kind of tough. Zaven Collins is very good, but linebacker is not one of their greatest needs. I think they're going to go with a weapon in a Terrace Marshall out of LSU. Number 24 is going to be the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They could definitely use offensive line. I really expect them to go offensive line here. They could use running back as well, but Travis Etienne, I don't know. I'm going to go with offensive line. I'm going to go with Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan for Pittsburgh. Number 25, Trevor Lawrence was just taken by the Jacksonville Jaguars, so quarterback is no longer in need. They could give him a weapon, give him an O-lineman to protect him. That defense is also very, 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 very bad. But, oh my gosh. I know running back is not a need for them, but Travis Etienne being on the board could be huge for them. Oh man. If that's a possibility, I could see... Man. I could see Jacksonville trading away their current running back and picking up a guy like Travis Etienne for that Clemson connection. But I'm not going to go with that, though. I'm going to go probably... O-line is not as great as I would want it to be. Could be corner. I like Asante Samuel here. I'm going to go with him. Asante Samuel out of Florida State. 26, the Cleveland Browns. Very impressive run in the playoffs. Definitely some things they need to improve on, though, and that mainly comes in the defense. Who alongside... Can I go back to all? Okay, there we go. Who alongside Myles Garrett are you going to be rushing with? I'm not very high on Gregory Rousseau. Let's go to edge. I'm not very high on Rousseau, Jalen Phillips. Ojulari is pretty good, but Carlos Basham is a guy who I really can't believe is not a first-round talent. But I'm going to go with Azeez Ojulari out of Georgia to go along on the edge with Myles Garrett. Number 27, the Baltimore Ravens also could be edge. There's some different things that I think they need. More importantly, O-line is definitely another one of those things. But they do have a scrambling quarterback, so not the most important. They could use a weapon at wide receiver. That's actually very likely. I'm actually going to go with that without a doubt. Kadarius Toney, you can put him pretty much anywhere at any position on offense, and he's going to absolutely ball out for you. He's so multi-dimensional. I think he's a really good player. Definitely a first-round talent for me. Number 28. I think this is a linebacker for the Saints. I think Zaven Collins is still on the board. I believe, yes, he is. Zaven Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa, going to the New Orleans Saints. I like that pick a lot. Green Bay Packers is either cornerback or wide receiver. Almost no doubt about that one, in my opinion. So let's see what we got here at cornerback. Eric Stokes, Aaron Robinson. Okay, so not great there. If it's going to be anybody, probably going to be Eric Stokes. Also, okay. Yeah, don't like the cornerback right there because cornerback is a ginormous need out of Jair Alexander. And it really cost him in the NFC Championship against the Buccaneers. So yeah, with no quarterbacks really being worth taking right now, I think they will go with a wide receiver who can really help out Aaron Rodgers next season, and that's going to be. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot. I'm going to go with Rondale Moore out of Purdue. They have a lot of height in running back core right now. They need a very, very speed guy in Rondale Moore. Number 30, the Buffalo Bills. Multiple places we could go here. Obviously, another great run for a playoff team being the Buffalo Bills. I think this is defense. That offense is incredible. So I think this is definitely going to be a defensive spot. Nick Bolton definitely could be a first-round talent. So yeah, I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with it. Don't think about it too much. Go with Nick Bolton, linebacker out of Missouri. Number 31 with the final two picks right here. Number 31, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Need multiple things. They're going to be losing a lot of edge help, more than likely, this upcoming year. Who knows what's going to happen with Shaq Barrett and all that. But Rousseau is more of a project type guy, and I'm not very high on Jalen Phillips at all. But I'm going to go with Carlos Basham. You could think it's a reach, but I really like Carlos Basham. I think he definitely could be a first-round talent. Number 32, the Kansas City Chiefs with the final pick in the draft. They could be using some wide receiver help, but not much to go with here. Amon-Ra St. Brown would actually help them a lot. If I don't see anything I like better in the all category, I might go with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's see, Travis Etienne. It hurts that he's not a first-round pick, but okay, yeah, no, never mind. Scratch the wide receiver thing. It has to be O-line here. Either between Alex Leatherwood or Liam Eichenberg, in my opinion. I'm going to go with Liam Eichenberg. He can play anywhere in the O-line and do very well for you. So, guys, that's my mock draft 3.0. I'll scroll through. You can pause wherever you want, see what your favorite team took. So, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Check out my previous mock drafts if you want to. Remember to like to get the round count for my final mock draft up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.